What's up, guys? It is your friend, your pal. I'm here to give you this is going to be an update. I made a previous live about this before, in which I talked about my decision to quit sugar. I detailed the whole story, so you can watch that. If you don't I don't really feel like getting into all that. Maybe I'll clip some of these. I noticed that the lives and the videos are separated on YouTube. So I don't think a lot of people really watch the lives, uh, unfortunately. So maybe I'll have to clip it so it's its own thing. But I just had to tell an update. So today is day 23, and I'm just going to talk about some things that have happened. Unfortunately, I had a little bit of a relapse. I had a little bit of a relapse. I'm not going to lie. So, the one piece of information I will repeat is that I'm not quitting sugar entirely. Okay. The rule is I am only allowed in the area of like under 35 grams of sugar a day, which compared to what I usually have is pretty good. So I say quitting sugar, but it's really cutting sugar. But anyway, I want to get into the relapse. What happened? So I went to go see a movie, and because I live in Canada and we don't have any upward mobility, usually what I do is that's my thing. I go see a movie, I hang out, I go for a walk, I try to make a day of it because the liberal government has made it so that I'll never be able to actually do something that matters. There's no upward trajectory for my life, okay? It's just basically going to see a movie, going to get a burger. That's life. You go to this place, you go to that place. You can spend $20 at each place and then you have to come back home. that's the kind of that's the kind of life that I'm living. It's funny? Something that just reminded me. Sometimes I do like surveys to be, sometimes you'll get an email to do a survey or something. And the one of the questions is always like, how much money do you spend on a typical night out? And there's all these options. The higher end of the options is like, a lot, like 1,000 or something. But it's like, who is clicking 1,000 on a typical night out? On a typical night out, I'm just going to spend some guy's rent. That's not for me. I was clicked the first option. Just $20. That's the most I'm willing to go on a night out. So, the story I was saying here. I went to go see a movie. And then afterwards, I thought I would treat myself to some kind of a burger type of situation. Like some kind of I was in the mood for somebody to make me a meal. So I drove to this place. Now, attached to the place, which I did not realize beforehand, was a bakery. This really nice looking bakery. I swear to you, as soon as I walk in, so I order my thing. It was like a brisket sandwich. Wonderful, a delightful brisket sandwich with like all the works. To me, that's a good time. If I can't have upward mobility, you just make me something with meat on it and just serve it in a delightful manner. So I walk in, I got my brisket sandwich thing, and I look to the left. There was a whole array of like desserts and sweet treats. I swear, as soon as I walked in, I said to myself, I was like, I'm gonna be in trouble now because this is not I can't this is like usually something that I do, it was like a trigger. They call it a trigger. It was a huge trigger for me because as soon as I saw it, it was a huge display of like tiramisu here, a butter tart here, scone here, And by the way, for those of you who don't know what a butter tart is, if you're an American viewer, a butter tart is a Canadian dessert that was invented in Barrie, Ontario, I believe. If you want the best butter tarts in your life, go to Barrie, Ontario, which is the home of the butter tart. That's for you American viewers that don't know what a butter tart is. You're butter tarted. So, if you don't want to be butter tarted anymore, just go to Barrie. Trying to figure out my train of thought here. So, yes, the bakery. The bakery was attached to the place that I went to get this foodie food item. Foodie food. That's what I say to my cat. That's why I said it just now. Foodie food. He's right here. He's sleeping. And if I say that, he will wake up. Foodie food. Yeah. I don't want to tease him like that, though, because that's not the point of the story here. The point is, I'm talking to you guys. Sorry, I got distracted. So, so I was looking at this display. I'm looking at it, and it's like I kept walking back and forth. Like I would walk to the brisket restaurant, the meat place, and then I would walk back to the cafe, and then I just kept walking. And I swear, even the employee at the back, he was looking at me like, just order what you want to order. You pathetic piece of poo. I know you want to order a sweet treat, you bitch. I swear, I could see it on this guy's face. He was looking at me, and like, the funny thing about being a brown guy in society, this is reminding me, is that there's a subtle hostility that I can feel in the air right now because there's so many brown people that were just imported. So there's like a subtle hostility that I feel among the world right now. So this guy was looking at me, and I swear I could see his thoughts. He was just like, "Get the sweet treat, you bitch. Hurry up and make me do the work. I know you're going to ask me anyway. So just like, hurry up." So finally I was like, "Yeah, you're right." It's just beckoned him. So he came to the front of the place, and I was like, "Can I have this, that, maybe one of the," I was like, when you're having a good time, like you're having a good day, and the guy just has to stand there and watch you having a good day. I was just like taking my time with it. I was like, I want this butter tart. I want that butter tart. I want that. Maybe the one at the bottom. What would you recommend, buddy? Just really being obnoxious, just bothering him, But yeah, so that's what happened. I ended up eating a butter tart, and I Googled it. I looked it up. Apparently, the average butter tart has like 25 to 29 grams of sugar. Now, I calculated it. That day, I believe I went over the 35 limit. So I relapsed. I went off. I ruined it. But the reason why I'm not going to restart my streak is because I think I'm improving. Like that was just one day out of this whole journey that I relapsed. So that was I think that was a couple of days ago. It was after I posted that live that was like day, whatever that was, day 20 or something, 2021. But so today is day 23. Just to give you an update, that is the only like thing that has ruined it so far. But so far, just as a like something I'm noticing, I do think I'm getting better at just going through my whole day knowing that I'm not going to be shoving a bunch of sugary shit into my face by the end of the day, Like any other day, I would always be like I would have a dinner, and then even if I didn't know it yet, by the end of the day, I would reach for something, and I would just ruin it. All my progress would be ruined at night. Um, which is, I think, even worse because all your insulin just spikes. Now, thankfully, I do a lot of walking, and I'm not a chubby guy. I don't know if you can see. I'm not fat or overweight in any way, which is one of the reasons I said previously it's very deceptive if you have a sugar addiction, which is what I have. Um, I'm trying to be more owning or the ability to, what's it called? I'm trying to be more clear about what this is. I don't want to be in denial about what this is anymore. It's a real addiction. I thought that because I'm not a chubby guy, because I'm not fat, and because, I don't know, you can't really see the damage that you're doing, I just thought it was a normal thing. But yeah, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. So the urges, the sugar urges, to give you an example of what I'm talking about that I think I have defeated a little bit, or just not defeated, but it's kind of gone away. Usually I would like at this moment where in the past I'm talking about when I'd have this feeling of just like I'm just going to shove a bunch of sugary stuff in me right now. It would be like I would walk into a room and I would just be like I sense that there's like sugary stuff here right now. Like just any place in where I live in my home, any place that has sugary stuff, it's like I would have a sudden sense of awareness. There's sugary stuff here and I want it and I'm just going to have it right now. It was more like a how do I put this? Like a compulsion. Like I would just reach for it without even sort of thinking about the action I just did, you know? So anyway, that's where I'm at. Um Maybe I will make these videos instead of lives. I just noticed that for some reason on YouTube, people have been liking this video, the live of my previous sugar explanation before. So maybe I don't know, I'll figure it out. But that's it. I just wanted to give you an update on my sugar journey. Cutting sugar. I know I said quitting sugar. That's kind of a lie, but I'm cutting sugar. I wouldn't even say like tapering off. At first I thought tapering off would be, better, but I think the way I did it, that's the only way I can do it is just cold turkey it and then randomly have a day where I just lose control. I don't even want to say that it was a cheat day because a cheat day is like cheat days are like you plan ahead of time. Like I saw The Rock, he has a cheat day in which he has like French toast prepared by his chef and somebody just pours on all this stuff on it. He uses like it's crazy. But like something like that means like you have to plan ahead. And it's like I'm looking forward to this. For me, what happened was not a cheat day. It was pathetic. I saw the thing, like the display of all the desserts, and in a moment of like sheer stupidity and weakness, I saw it and I was like I'm going to order something. I don't know what that walk around the place was about, but it was just like me trying to gain control. But I couldn't do it. Just couldn't do it. But I will say this though. This is an area of improvement that I think I'm kind of proud of. I saw this is so stupid. There was a This is so stupid and so pathetic, but I have to talk about it. One of the reasons why I'm so uh why I'm like kind of proud. Not proud because I still ate a butter tart, but one of the ways that I fool myself into thinking that this was an improvement is that I saw another butter tart on like the lower level. It was called, can't remember what it was called, like s'mores something butter tart, and on top of it was like marshmallows, chocolate, and cookies, like to make s'mores. But then there was like other random shit, just like sugary shit, like a liquid sauce of just sugary, drizzly shit. And I saw this and I was like, that this is how I'm going to make this decision acceptable. I'm going to choose to not order that one because I know in the past I would have ordered it. That's how, like, the level of addiction is that I saw it and I was like, I'm not going to order that, even though I want to. I was trying to exercise self control or something. I think the reason why I didn't order it and I had that process in my head is that that's more of the denial thing. When you're not able to name something like for what it is, you're just going to be just constantly lying to yourself and just like finding a way to make it okay. You're just going to be like cuz the brain will do whatever it can to make what you want to do acceptable. It's like your ego. Your ego is just telling you, like, just protecting you, you know? I'm saying you, but I'm talking about me. But you get the idea here. Anyway, yeah. The brain, it will protect you. That's what was happening. In my head I was like, don't order that one. And you can order these ones, and as long as it's under 35, you'll be okay. And then I went over 35. I went over 35 grams of sugar for those of you just joining this live. The rule is I can't have more than 35 grams of sugar. I'm seeing people are like coming in and out. So that's why I'm trying to you ever, you listen to the radio and they remind you what's happening and the order. That's what I'm trying to do here. For those of you that are just tuning in, I see you. So yeah, that's what happened. I ordered the butter tart. Moving forward, I think that's not going to be a regular thing. And I don't think I don't know. I feel like the butter tart tasted good. I'm still talking about this butter tart, eh? That's what this whole video is going to be about, guys. If this was like a Seinfeld episode, that's what it would be called. The butter tart. But moving forward, I don't think this will be a regular thing. I'm glad that I did what I did. Sometimes you have to do something to the point where you get sick, like physically sick. That's what led me to start this whole journey. But that's a different story for another day. That involved an apple crumble pie and some ice cream. And I won't get into that. But I feel like that day I went into like a sugar shock. I'll talk about that another time. But this time I feel like I ate the butter tart and I didn't like it wasn't terrible, but at the same time I was just like this the way this tastes and feels right now, it's not worth it and it doesn't match what was in my mind when I was in the bakery. I was like, this butter tart is hitting. Like it hits. It's good. Don't get me wrong. I love a good treat. That's why I'm here. But it's hitting, but it's just like I should have stayed true to my values. That's the thing. I said I should have stayed true to myself. So I was eating it, but I wasn't feeling good. That's why I think what I did is better than a cheat day. Because if you eat something on a cheat day, you're just like, yeah, I can do this. I can manage this diet. But if you do what I did, you feel shame and you feel like shit. And you're just like, you don't even get to enjoy it. So it's like you're punishing yourself, you know? You're eating the dessert and you're just like, this isn't even good. Yeah, eat this shit, you piece of you piece of garbage, you know? You're just like just talking badly to yourself for like 15 minutes. All right. I think that's enough. I don't think anybody wants to see me talk about this for too long. That's why these are good lives to do. I don't want to make videos. I feel like it's an exciting thing to join the journey, you know, as it's happening in real life. But anyway, that's where I'm at. Maybe I'll update in a couple days. Maybe I will not. The reason why I want to talk about this, why I'm not doing daily updates, it I think that one of the things that's working for me is just not thinking about the sugar. It's not that I'm trying to force it out of my mind, but it's like if I was doing daily updates, that would just kind of linger in the memory a bit too much. So I try to follow Wu Wei, if you catch my drift. I just follow a flow, a natural flow of life. Wu Wei. I just feel how I feel, and if I don't feel like doing something, I just, just don't think about it. I don't have to remind myself. Like, one thing I don't like is like there's apps for everything now. There's apps for you to keep track of quitting, like the days of something that you're quitting. Like let's say that you're quitting cigarettes. Why would you want to check your phone every day and tick off a box? Yeah, because your subconscious, you'll just be thinking about uh, bad stuff. And the thing about bad stuff, once it's in your mind, it can infect the rest of your brain cells. Negativity will only drag you in. You have to just be just follow the way, bro. Follow the path. Follow the way. I think I'm going to end it there. I will update you on this journey. When I feel like I have something important to say. Best of luck to you all, and thank you to the people that are subscribing and, appreciate you. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the. Anyway, best of luck.